Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So as you can see here, yeah, I got the Gorn Eviscerator Parts Efficiency Exocomp on this screen. So maybe not the most necessariest video in the, in the Star Trek universe right now, but I don't know. I feel like it kind of is. For the most part, myself, I want to see what it does. Okay, it does say 50%. Is it actually 50%, or does it get diluted with some other researchers or something? And how exactly does it work? What exocomp spot does it go in? How long is the cooldown? And is, like what I heard, is the cooldown for all these cost efficiency exocomps, is it a week? Or is it just a specific one? Some questions I kind of want to answer it, and might as well record it and share it with everybody else. But first, let's just go to the Gorn Eviscerator and we'll see what the cost is here. Actually, I probably should write some of these numbers down because otherwise I will forget them. Because that's what I do. Alright, so they are not the same. Let's go with 927K for that railgun, and this is also a railgun, which it calls it the exact same thing, but it costs different, so maybe it should have a different name. Whatever, because it really is Railgun Kinetic Mark 12. Railgun Kinetic Mark 12. It's weird. Okay. Alright. Yep, probably should have done that before I started the video, but yeah, I totally didn't even think about it. Alright, let's go back in here to this and find it again. And I decided to do the Gorn Eviscerator because for the most part with the NCAA, and that was really two choices for me because the rest of the ships in here that I can actually get I already have max, so I can't actually show you anything. Except for the Borg cube, but I am max for my current level. I don't really get that much benefit out of the NCAA Protector anymore. I really don't. I have all that, all the OG research done, and yeah, alright, the Omega research. I think I just grow weary of all this shit. But I guess for me, the Gorn Eviscerator, it was always, especially early, more difficult for me because it still felt like two loops. It also feels like the camera is so much higher than me. I don't know. I always knock into this stuff, so things get kind of messed up. I just need to sit up straighter, like a person with good posture. Gorn Eviscerator that whole loop, it always felt like two loops because my Eviscerator was never really strong enough to go kill things at my level. So the benefit here for me is now it's not two loops. Alright, and also, the officer shards, which I think are really nice. So let's hit the button, see what happens. Okay, so it's just a Gorn Eviscerator exocomp that is on a cooldown. The rest of them appear to be pullable. Where they will go, I don't know. We go over here to the exocomp thing, and was that the Transogen Forge spot? Okay. I don't know if they said this slot here had a cooldown on it or not. I feel like it did. I don't remember. And I'm not going to maybe when I'm done with it, I'll pull another one and see what happens. But let's go and do upgrade things. Okay, so this railgun was 927,000 and it's now 618,000. That's not exactly 50%, is it? Well, I guess 100%. So I guess what is half of 927? 400,000 or something. I'm not sure why it's that. That's... Yeah, I don't know how the fuck you get to that answer. Not 618. So it's it took a third off, right? Because it was 927,000, so a third of that would be 309,000 off, and that's what they took off. So it takes a third off. It doesn't take a half off, it takes a third off. Okay. Still don't understand how you can't... Why can't you just tell us that? Oh, it's a 50% exocomp, but also it will appear like it takes 1/3 away. Okay, fine, I don't understand the math, and you're doing the equation in a way that I maybe disagree with. But you can at least tell everybody what it's actually going to do, because it's not actually going to take 50% of the price away. Right? This one here, this kinetic railgun was 1.14 million. It's now 760,000. So that would be 390. Yeah, that's about a third. This was 855,000. And yeah, that is also roughly a third. Okay. So it's not quite half. It is a third. But you do see how I have 3 million accrued. Yes, because obviously you want to try to maximize how many upgrades you can do. Yay! Tier 13. Woohoo! Oh. And the wonderful thing about the Gorn Eviscerator is you also need Axion Engine for each tier. Or at least each tier so far. Tier 14 Axion Engines. I have to come back into the refinery and come and look at it. Where this one? I don't know which one it is. Tier 14. Okay. Yeah, let's pull all 8 at once. Might as well. And then now let's go back in here. We'll do a max pull there. What is the... Definitely want to do a triple pull there. At least, actually, I think I set it up to do max pulls, and or maybe no. I think I set it up to do 3, and then whenever I can do a max pull, I'll just do a max. I just end up doing a max pull. This thing still is not giving me rare. It's not even giving me uncommon G6. I'm at tier 13. I'm not getting uncommon G6 parts. Okay. That's fine. What? Let's say 109,000. That's it? 109,000? And yeah, I'm still not getting... Wow. Oh, but at tier 14, I will start getting G6 uncommon and rare. What? Why would you start those at the same tier? And at the second to last tier? I think that's why I cut these people so little slack sometimes. Because you see things like that. And you think, why? Why can't I get, but at the very least, uncommon ship parts? Why can't I get G6 uncommon earlier than tier 14 with this thing? Okay, boss. Actually, I want to do the warp engine first, just to make sure I can do the warp engine, because that's what I'm still struggling with. Because that's annoying. What are some of these other... Actually, if I do the shield and I do the impulse engine, I could do 2 of those. I mean, yes, I would much rather do the hull. Because none of these else are 4,000. I really want to do the hull. I don't want to just do these other 2 components just because there's some dumb event up that I don't care that much about. I'd rather do the hull because I feel like I get more out of the hull than the other 2. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. So it goes up to 510 million. What is it without that hull? Yeah. All right. I'm doing a hull. Yeah. I mean, the hell with the event. I don't give a shit. Excuse me. All right. So those upgrades are done. But yes, I did want to double check and see what it was. Getting close to wrapping this video up. Don't worry. Because I wanted to know, okay, it does seem like the individual Exocomps are on a 7-day cooldown, which is fine. I don't need to be doing this more than once a week. That's fine. I think when I initially heard it, I had a huge problem with it because I think I thought it was all the Exocomps. But that's not the case. Now, actually, do I... Because was it the slot? I feel like I heard somewhere that it was a slot that you couldn't put something in. At the same time, that would be stupid and something they haven't done before. Because I kind of want to, since I'm here and I said the NCAA Protector was the other ship I care about, I kind of want to slot that bitch in there and see if that works. Take a look at this stuff here. Alright, hull. The armor wants 193.8k. Let's get some of that. Warp engine's a huge one because I still can't get to the biggest systems without Grush, which is stupid. 387.6k. I don't know that I care about anything else, but shields were 355.3. Oh, you know what? I didn't label these. Alright, so armor, warp engine, and shields. And we're assuming that I can actually do this. Because I'm not sure. If I go in here and just press the button, what's going to happen? Oh, you want the rare shit. Why do you want the rare shit for the NCAA? Why? You wanted the uncommon shit for the Gorn Investigator, but the rare shit for the... It's so little shit wants that uncommon bullshit Transogen. It's like, why does it exist? Honestly, they could have just made the common and the uncommon Transogen. They could have just combined it all together. Because so little comes from that, at least in my opinion. Maybe you all see so many of the other Exocomps that you like and actually get something for it. Maybe. Hopefully. Because otherwise, it's just a damn waste. I'll do it anyway. I don't care. That was only 25%. Did it slot in? No. It's a joke, right? Oh, wait. Oh. Okay, interesting. Because I guess I was under the impression that you couldn't just claim them and you would get to hold them. Now, I don't know how long you can hold this. That may be something to test out with another Exocomp. Maybe one of the uncommon ones. Maybe if you got abundance of that currency, you can try that out. We all can try that out, however. Yeah, let's hit the replace and see what happens. Okay, I didn't notice any cooldown there on the slot itself, which is nice. Okay, I'm curious if you could stack some of these up. I guess when I heard, was it DJ talking about it? I don't even remember who the hell it was. I feel like they said you couldn't do that. I don't know. Alright, so 155,000 something, and it was 193,000. Okay. Warp range is 310,000, and it was 387. Excuse me. So what that is, a reduction of what, 77,000? I don't even know what that would be. Divide that by 8. No. Try something here. 387,000.6 times. It's 2.1. Actually, no. Let's do 8.5. We get 3% there. Okay. So it's a little more than 15%. 387 points. No, let's do 6. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'm sorry, you can't even see what I'm doing over here with the thing. Oops. Times 0.8. Okay, so it's about 20%. So it took about 20% off. Instead of, that's weird. That's weird. Excuse me. You see, what I did was I multiplied 387.6 thousand, multiply that times 0.8. And I got 310,000, which is the number right there, which means it took 20% of the cost off. Which is weird that I popped a 25% Exocomp and it took 20% off, but I pop a 50% Exocomp and it takes 1/3 off. If it isn't obvious by now, I don't get math. I thought I did. I don't. Apparently. I mean, it's possible. I have no idea how math works. It is entirely possible. I have no idea how far I can get with this. Probably not very far. Just gonna click the buttons and I'm done. Okay. Yeah, still only at tier 11 with this thing. That's wonderful. I mean, you like that they thought to put the Exocomps in here and give you some cost efficiency for the, the ships, but at the same time, man, does it really feel like they don't do enough? Because it's still, what, a year later, and I'm only tier 11 with the Protector. Yeah. Okay. However. Alright, let's wrap this shit up here. So I popped a few of those ship part cost efficiencies from the Transogen store. One for the Gorn Eviscerator and one for the NCAA Protector. And yes, I was able to do both of them in the same sitting. Oddly enough, I thought you weren't going to be able to stack these, but it really looked like I was able to. Now, how long was that going to stay in there? I don't know. I didn't see a timer in there. Is it possible that it was only going to last in there for 12 hours? Is it possible that it could have lasted for longer? Sure, actually. Yeah, I was going to grab another one, but I'm not going to make you wait around the 12 hours, obviously. But yeah, they're nice. Okay, it does say 50% cost efficiency on the Gorn Eviscerator. It really turned out to be 33%, which is fine. It's weird that it comes down to that, especially when the 25% NCAA protector cost efficiency, it says 25%, but it takes 20% off. Okay. Okay. It's weird, but whatever. I really don't get how that math works. I don't. But one math that we all really understood was the components cost less. And that's a good thing. And it was relatively cheap. As far as I'm now, the rare might be a little more expensive for some of y'all. And yeah, I do think it is. But the uncommon is pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap. So do that as much as you want. Comment below, have you engaged with any of these ship part cost efficiency things? Now, I don't have the Epic, so I can't do those, which is disappointing, but it is what it is. How do you like the math here? Do you think the math goes along with the rest of the math in the game? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. What do you think about these costs? You got the uncommon transition versus some of the rare transition for the NCAA protector. And what? Did the other one? I mean, NX01 costs the rare transition. Really? Borg Cube costs the uncommon. Titan costs uncommon. Mantis costs common. Okay. Relativity, Epic. Defiant, uncommon here. Ooh. The NX01 costed rare? What? Man, whatever, y'all. Voyager, that costs rare transition? Okay. I don't agree with some of the costs. I don't think these should cost that much rare transition. I really don't. It makes it a lot harder to engage with. But that may just be my opinion. What's your opinion? Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.